Bryce and Gergensen are day to day. Just they're still day to day. So, Gergensen's I believe we put on an IR, so he's not eligible to come off yet. But he'll be very close, if not immediately ready, when he does. The way it looks. But still dealing with that again day to day. Bryce, same thing. Hinostroza, as far as information, as soon as I would expect him would be 3 weeks at the soonest. So we'll have to gauge that injury as it moves along, how he's doing in recovery. Miller had surgery. The soonest he'd be back from that would be 6 weeks is probably the best gauge on that. Nothing sooner than that. Middlestead moves day to day. Big thing is to get him integrated in practice, see where he's at. Post practice, I obviously haven't talked to him yet, post today, but he'll get another practice in tomorrow, and we'll see where he's at. So no timetable yet for the next game, but he's going to be back within the next couple, is my guess with Mitzi based on where he's at. So Okposo, I think we have down as week to week. He has he'll plow through this, I'm pretty certain, pretty quick. But he's dealing with some bumps and bruises from the game the other night that need to be work their way out. So, and trying to see without my glasses here who I may be missing. Subban had surgery. Likely that he's not going to be able to be back for the season. So that's where that sits right now. That's a lot. Yeah, I mean, you can tell in my voice I'm looking down here and uncertain, making certain I pass along the information that I do have, and not get anything wrong. I'm a hockey coach, not a medical guy, so this is not a comfort zone for me when you deal with and you talk about stuff like this. So.
You mentioned bumps and bruises for Kyle. Obviously, we all know his concussion history. No concussion.
Yeah, no. Thankfully, he's good there, and obviously an immediate concern for anybody that's that cares about somebody else. Know what he goes through and has gone through. So, yeah, that was a hold your breath moment, I think, for lots of people there.
With all the absences, I'm sure that Jack Quinn is here out of necessity with the guys that you're missing. But does it also come to the point where just watching his play in Rochester since he went down, the game looks easier for him? I mean, did it come to the point where he's really making it difficult to keep him down there with the way that he's playing?
He is doing exceptionally well in Rochester. Obviously, statistically, that's shown and seen, and he's doing what he can do and should do as a top talent. So that's exciting. So yeah, I mean he's putting himself in a good spot, definitely.
Is this an opportunity to give him sort of like a prominent role as opposed to just a guy really easing in? You're just going to throw him in the deep end at this point since you have some guys who are going to be out?
We had him. I'm pretty certain we had him on the first power play last time he was up. He'll go, as you guys saw this morning, skate on a power play with Tuck Thompson, Skinner, and Darlene. So he's getting a prime spot and prime spot in lines in the top six. Our top two centermen, obviously without Middlestead right now, would be in our Thompson and Cousins, and he'll be with one of those two through the whole game. I'm looking forward to that. I've went and watched him again and watched Rochester again last night, which is a luxury for me to be able to go drive 70 miles and go see them play. And he was good again. He continues to be good, as you mentioned, not only statistically, but he's maturing as a player, and I'm excited to see him in the lineup, and I think he's earned that right to play with some top guys.
In the beginning of the year, you tried him at center, in the prospects game. Trying to think maybe in training camp. I can't remember any time in training camp. What made you decide, nope, we're going to keep him on wing instead of keep going with the center?
Yeah, I don't know if I decided if he was going to keep him on wing or play wing. I think that the rookie camp, I don't remember completely, but it was, you want players to be able to play different spots and get comfortable in different spots. Tonight we might have Krebs on the wing, and he's played center, and the players that can move and shift and become versatile, right wing, left wing, center, right D or lefty if you're a defenseman, you just add value. You add value to your game, because our sport has so many injuries. And so I think it's more of that, Paul, than saying we're going to shift him to center. He's going to be a permanent center. Now, when I shifted Thompson to center, that was absolutely the initiative. Was I felt Thompson could add a lot to our franchising organization as a centerman. And I felt, with the hindsight of seeing him and the history, I should say, with being with him, I felt very confident he could do that. So much different than with Quinn or Peterka. I think it's important for these guys to play all different positions, because again, if you're Krebs, for example, and you have a chance to play on a second line wing, it might be better than a fourth line center position. It's just that simple. So more that line of thinking. Dell, yeah.
Back to Malcolm. I mean, he's obviously excited to come here. He gets another opportunity. I mean, how much of a bummer is it for him?
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough because, he's a happy guy. He's always got a smile on his face. He works hard. And we're talking about Malcolm Subban. And his first game was tough. I was aggravated on the coaching side. I thought we just didn't help him enough the first game. And then, he starts getting in a little bit of a rhythm and comfort around the guys and the team. And now it's a season-ending injury. So, yes, it is a bummer when you look at that. You see a guy that's so excited and committed, and now it looks like it's gone because it's right in the cusp of not being able to be back in time for the end of the season.
You reached the midpoint this weekend of the season, of the schedule. Other than healthy, what steps do you want to take in order to get to the club you envision?
Well, I think we're pushing and continue to push in the right direction. The only things that have aggravated me is when we've played hesitant and which is a confidence thing, which there is no excuse for not being confident. I mean, you might make a mistake, but you have to play. And I think that those moments look like we didn't work hard, and we probably didn't work hard because you're hesitating. And that's the only parts that I felt were really aggravating for me as a coach, and unacceptable. We need to play fearless. And with that said, we haven't had Tuck and Middlestead in the lineup together. We haven't had, Middlestead, Thompson, and Cousins, 3 center depth, or, we've just been banged up, as you said. Health has really hindered us, but that's okay because we've had to fight and see. We've seen some other things out of other guys and pushed other guys, got roles, get Krebs up here, Quinn up here, different opportunities there that have helped the whole organization move forward and get better. We've had to rely on Dahlin extensively. He's become better defensively because of it. So I think when we get through it, we finally do get healthy, and we get everybody in there. You're starting to see it with Tuck in there now, that things look a lot better. And so I'm comfortable where we're headed. I think our guys have done a nice job to still build, even though the results haven't been there. I still think they're going the right direction, and they see that and feel that, and we're just going to keep pushing.
As far as Casey goes, he's been durable throughout his career, so this is new to him. But you've kind of spoken to, you've seen him really attack his rehab, I guess.
Yeah, he's been aggressive. He had a surgery, and he had a situation where you could, rehab and play through it, and obviously that the hope of that didn't pan out the way it was. He had the surgery, and he's a different level of confidence. He knows he's fixed, he's repaired, he's ready to go, and so it's a whole nother level of confidence with respect to, it's a complete known. I know I'm ready to go. I know it's fixed, repaired, whatever, and that's much different than where he was 6 weeks ago. And he's going to be better because of it.
What do you weigh when you decide to send Matisse Samuelsson over the boards up a goal with a minute to go? What goes in?
No, for me, For me, no, there's no hesitation. I mean, I had Matthias was here the last dozen games last year. I have no hesitation putting him in any situation. He is an incredible athlete and really, obviously, very good hockey player. And it's nice to have him healthy and back in the lineup. I mean, he's good. He's a good player. The update on Luukkonen, with his injury, you're really gauging progress day to day. So I don't have an update because I don't have a report specifically on him. But there's been no setback, and I think when we put it out, maybe we said could be a few weeks. It's still the same. In a good manner, he's progressing. There's been no setback. Okay, have a good day.